going on, people? Welcome to A Pleasant Love. I am Mr. Pleasant.
I am Mrs. Pleasant.
Yes. It's time for another recap of Married at First Sight. Episode 5, entitled Last Night Was Magic. Spoken by our boy, Champagne Vinny. I like that nickname for him. Champagne Vinny. You ever remember they called him Champagne Vinny? I like that nickname for Vincent.
Oh, that's what they call him.
Yeah. He said last night was magic. We're gonna get into that, but we're gonna talk about we know how we do. We ain't gonna save the last.
Oh, we not saving it today because you know last time you wanted to save it.
I wanted to, but we can't do that.
It's so much meat on this bone.
It's meat on the bone.
It's so much meat. I ain't even hungry no more.
But okay, let's do this. Chris and Paige.
Let's go ahead and jump into it because
what's good? Because y'all know what this is for. Last time we raged. We're gonna try to keep it somewhat civil, but basically, just like the thumbnail says, Chris, it's time to go back to your baby mama.
Yeah, let's just leave Paige alone. Like, don't excite nothing in her. Don't tantalize her. Don't do nothing else to her.
And we gave it away. So what? Chris did this stupid thing where he's like, so I found out this thing, and it's just devastating to our marriage. Okay, so what was it? I won't talk about it right now. I won't talk about it right now. But wait a minute, it's devastating to our marriage. You don't want to talk about it? No, I don't want to get into it right now. Let's move on. Are you okay? No. You just said something devastating to our marriage. So Paige walks out. The producer is like, I can't tell you. It'll ruin the surprise. We got a show to make, so I can't tell you. Even though it's going to mess with your mental health, I can't tell you. Woo, this show lost it. They lost it. This is only the 5th episode. We in trouble. This is only the 5th episode.
Paige, if you have checked out within the next 2 episodes,
we understand.
Baby, I'm with you. And he's talking about, hey, well, ain't nobody on my side. Bruh, 6 weeks before the time you was getting in with your ex. And like my husband said on the first episode of our recap, so you saved, what he said? Lord, now with my husband, Lord, let me stop. Let me get
Sarah called it. Because then Chris is going to be like, you want to talk about it? She's like, yeah, I've been asking you for days. Like, can we talk about days by hours?
Then you going to pull me in the restroom. Take off your mic.
Take off the mic. Let's turn on the water. Let's put on the fire hydrant.
He is really all about the antics. He's all about...
So dramatic.
It
is so planned. If this was not planned, they are the best actors in the world because that is so planned. He know he could have told her right there, but I'm make it dramatic. I'm gonna make it dramatic.
And then left her in the bathroom.
And left her. Where she at? Oh, she told her something. And she
looked like the ghost jumped out of her and just walked away. And she was just like, I'm numb.
That's what they said. That's exactly what I wrote down. It looked like a ghost. Like you couldn't. I wrote it right. See the camera couldn't even focus on her face. It looked like a horror movie when she came out. She walked out. So they went to their fellow how would I say it, people of color. I noticed this is the second season. This is the second. We have Miles and Karen and Bonnie and Woody.
Wait, this is Black History Moment right here. This is why representation matters because you know someone can relate to you.
They go Virginia, Eric. They go to Claire. Well, Ryan could, but you know. But she went straight to Brianna. Well, girl, guess what? This dang, I can't say the word, went and got his ex. Pregnant. Straight up. Her face. Chris told Vincent like, ooh.
You disgust me. If his face could have, you disgust me.
This was like,
if his face could have said,
what was that? Say what, bro? So yeah, I don't.
It's so much. It's so much.
I feel like I want to play by play, but we don't have time.
We don't have time. And then when they went amongst the other couples, he got in his feelings because everyone was on Paige's side. We're gonna go there. Yeah, everyone was on Paige's side trying to comfort her and not comfort him.
They had a little thing where they got together and they told it. But the thing is, he had to say it twice because Virginia and Eric were late.
They were late.
So they had to say it twice.
Yeah.
And Virginia and Eric was like, they overdid it. You know those people that overdo it? Like, all right, you got some news. Can you give them
I think they were a little tipsy when they got there.
I think so.
Because
there's something happened because they were over an hour late.
Yeah.
And, you know, everyone else, when they said it, they were like, oh, wow. And they were like, Paige, like, we're with you. And Chris was like, all right, cool. Y'all ain't messing with me no more, so I'm going to go in the corner and cry like a little baby. So he went and go to cry. Paige, of course, being the good wife that she is, went to his king.
He's
king. That's the thing, though. We got to stop saying kings and queens when you can't be a king if you're not leading right.
If you act like a child.
You can't be.
You're a full child.
So she went to her king and was like, what's going on? And she came to me. I just want to be left alone. So she went back to the friends, and he finally came back, and then Virginia and Erica made it. And they were like, hey, you missed something. Go ahead, tell him, Chris. Chris said it. The very first words that came out of Virginia's mouth were,
you sure it was yours? I was like, girl.
That is the worst.
I was like, girl.
You should have saw his face. He was just like sitting like this. Yeah, I got a girl pregnant.
And he sat up. Then he sat on the edge of the seat like he was gonna do something.
Like, what did you just say?
And then they turned to his face, the interview, and he goes, "That was just so."
And then Eric, hey, bro, we are here for you. Hey, do not touch me right now, Flair. Like, I don't even know you like that.
And he was the only one to reach out to him and say. Even the other guys were like, "You."
But there's a certain level of respect though. Like, they don't know him like that. We gotta realize that. It's only day 3 of marriage.
That's true.
The only time they got together.
That was his way of trying to connect with him, you know. And so,
but at the same time,
and he was seeking for somebody to connect with him, and Ryan was kind of like, "We here for you, man. Like, whatever you need, we got you. We want to make sure that you guys stay together, you know." Yeah. Which I really.
At the same time, you gotta listen and read facial expressions. He was like, he even said it like before he went overdid it. He was like, "I just want to change the subject. I don't want to be a zoo." But Eric was just still there, like, man, who got you?
Oh, I love how he used these terminologies that we use, if you know what I mean, on that other side, for his benefit. You understand me? Ain't no zoo. You made this a spectacle.
Yeah, just
Lord, fix my words, Jesus, because he is your child, Lord. Fix my mouth, Lord.
We forgot to do this. We forgot to say follow us on Pleasant Love on all things, especially Twitter, because I just retweeted something while watching. I retweeted. He was like, the meme was, Chris, I just found out about her. She just found about us. Like, boy, they knew.
You knew, brother.
You knew, bruh. That's why you wore that morning. Disappeared for like freaking almost 3 hours.
What I saw.
When Sierra gave the one eye.
I thought he was getting it in.
He probably did.
He probably did.
We don't know. We don't know the whole story. Because we ain't. I'm already on the freaking previews. Anyway.
Oh, let's not.
Last week we gave Chris and Paige a 1 and a 1. I'm inclined.
They're 0.
I'm inclined to give them a 0.
They're 0.
If they...
Paige is a 10. Okay. Let's get that right.
And tell me why Paige fell for his stuff.
No. Come on, wait. She had to... How can I put this?
She fell for it.
She had to stroke his ego to keep him around. Listen. But then at the end, she said... I felt him melting. I felt him about to explode. He was... like a ticking time bomb.
She's already been able to read him.
She smirked. She was like, it was about,
Yeah, when Eric wouldn't leave him
and she smirked like, bruh, this is your mess. Like,
wow.
This your mess. You made this mess. You really did.
Oh my gosh.
You did? I mean.
He's like, I don't want, if you gotta leave, I'll still chase you, but if we stay together, we gotta start anew. So they made a value show. They're gonna start over and be friends. But I don't see that happening.
And don't let him. I hope she'll let him hit it no more. He does not need to touch her body no more. Like, do not. No, you can't have no more of this. No more yum. No more nothing. You barely get a hug. You nasty.
The thing though about we know family member friends. We can't. I don't know. I see it. They're still gonna get it in. She's gonna be right there on the side. But I see a 0. The only way I could see them even have a chance of staying together is if he literally like just disowns his ex, which is not gonna happen.
No, it's not about disowning the ex. It's about valuing Paige as a person.
But he can't.
Period. And the thing that gives
she's a baby mama now that's giving them a child.
Right.
So there's no way that Paige could be in front.
But and then that conversation that they had about that too irritated me. She's like, so you know, I want to be you're more important than everybody. My mama, my family, and then my child. And I was like, bruh. Stop trying to, and that was him trying to egg it on, trying to get her to come back to him and stay on the show so he can get his check. Next. And then, what's the part that irritated me? I was going to say, so when he told her, right? And this is why everybody, I think, on the cast felt that he was not remorseful for what had happened.
Right.
And he said it as if, he said, she's like, let's change our words. Because he kept saying it's a devastation.
It's not devastating. It's a gift from God.
It's a gift from God, bro. And you did something prior to this.
Yes.
And if he would have... Yes, 6 weeks ago. And if he would have, I think if he would have told her in a different way, in a more loving way, you say he a Christian. Anywho, I didn't say that. Did I say that? I said it. And he would have said it in a more loving, nurturing way, as if he's apologizing to her. Yeah. I think everybody would have felt that and would have been had more compassion towards him. Versus they were like, well, Paige, we got your back. I don't know about him. That was what everyone was like. Paige, we got you, honey. Even the guys were like, Paige, you okay? What's his name?
Oh yeah, everybody was on Paige.
You okay?
That's what really upset him. He's like, no one checked on me. I'm like, bruh.
You showed no remorse. You show that you were angry because they were asking questions, which they were right to do. I mean, you on the show, bruh. Like, anywho, we're gonna get off of them because like we said, review 0-0, okay? 0-0 for both of us. So let's save the good for last this time, okay?
Okay.
Because it was good.
And the rest, like, you can see my notes. It was not that much.
It was good. Clara and Ryan.
Yeah.
I enjoyed their relationship.
Yeah.
It is gonna be a little tussle.
It's a little more subtle than I thought it was gonna be.
No, she remember she said she's like she knows how to turn up, but she also knows how to turn down. But I really enjoy their relationship. Yeah. Yes, they're gonna have a little, conversations about, Christianity and raising their children if they decide to, continue in a relationship. Right. And I feel like it's his duty to share the love of Christ with her and show her the love of Christ. Because I guess her experience and, going to Bible college and stuff like that was not good. And so I hope that she sees the good in him and the Christ in him through his family as well. Yeah. And that's able to heal her heart and see God for who he really is, So I hope that happens because he was just like, that's just a deal breaker. I gotta raise my kids up, raise them up.
They have to go to church. They have to be in some kind of church. That's what he said. But she was like, I want to be more. I don't want freedom. I don't want to force religion down their throat. Yeah. I'm like, there's a certain extent where, and I'm not trying to change anyone's mind or opinion, but there's a certain extent where you have to still kind of have some kind of structure and balance. Whether it's church, a very stable home. True. Whatever the case is, you gotta have. But I think because free spirit can get dangerous.
It can get dangerous, but I think for her, it's not like, oh, just let him go in and hit the wall, or touch the plug. No, I don't think she's like that. Gotcha. I think it's more of the spiritual walk, letting them discover who God is, if they even believe that is a God, giving them the multiple options of different religions on the earth, and allow them to decide what is best for them. Yeah. And I think that's what she was talking from that point of view, because she feels like she didn't have a choice. Yeah. It was forced upon her, which a lot of people do feel that way too, unless you actually try to form a relationship with God yourself, which we always tell you guys to do.
Do it. Ain't nobody gonna force you. Without that Christian's like, you better get saved.
You better.
It's nice. It would be nice for you. So what did we give Claire Ryan last time? We gave him 8 and 8.
Claire Ryan.
We gave him an 8 and 8.
Yeah, they're gonna stay at 8 and 8. They're
gonna stay at 8. They haven't shown anything to bring them down. Nothing to increase. It kind of just stayed, stable and what they were last week.
Yeah. So now we're on to Virginia and Eric.
Ooh.
Baby.
That age gap is showing.
Baby.
That age gap is showing.
But you know what? I was surprised at Eric. What I said, recap, go watch it.
Yeah.
What I did say was that he was going to have to step out of his conservative bubble and meet her where she at. But he's also given her, how can I say this? Because at first I was kind of turned off. I was like, bruh, you can't tell her how to live her life.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the things that he's noticing that is like, if you want a future for yourself, either with me or without me, these are things that you might want to consider. Yeah. And he's saying it in a way, at first I thought he was saying it in a way of belittling her, but actually as I kept watching the show, it was more of supporting her to do better for herself.
Gotcha.
And be more responsible. And yes, you can have fun, but please be responsible when it especially comes to your job, when it comes to our relationship. And I appreciated that.
So that didn't throw you off when he was like, he said that you can't have there's no such thing as platonic guy friends?
Well, I was about to go there, husband. I was about to go there.
Okay. Because you said he wasn't as conservative as you thought, but that's a very conservative statement.
It is a very conservative statement. No. I said he wouldn't be able to come out of his conservative bubble. Oh. That's what I said. Oh, okay. He is still very conservative, but a lot of men feel that way. So that didn't really surprise me. But what she's gonna have to do, and what he's gonna have to do, they're gonna have to establish some trust. Mm-hmm. And when he's gone, what does he expect her to do? Sit at home and twiddle her thumbs with her girlfriends all the time? If she got friends,
she even brought that up. What happened? We do this, and now I have a 5-year-old, and you got all this soccer and stuff.
I'm glad she brought that up.
And he was like, "Well, that's what it is." He really didn't have an answer for it. He's like, "That's what it is. I'm just gonna be missing things. This is all I know." And he didn't even. Yeah, he didn't even. I'm willing to learn. Yeah, what I'm saying. He's still in this conservative bubble a little bit to me, because he's like, "This is all I know. I'm not even going to attempt to try to learn anything else." There's literally other options. You don't have to fly to 65. You can be a trainer.
You can be a private jet.
You can be a private flight, a trainer. There's really options. Like, when you have kids, you have to make sacrifices, which I'm assuming I'm going to have to do, or Sierra's going to have to do. Even if it's small sacrifices, you got to find a way to be around them. Because if you're always in the air, that's going to, I'm sure that, God's going to, cover them, but at the same time, the practical side of it, your kid wants you to see his dad, or her dad. Like, you got to be around.
And I think Virginia, she's not, because you know how he's the man, right? Mm-hmm. He's more dominant, and she is very opinionated. Yeah, and she's, I think, saving. Yeah, women learn. You don't throw balls at them all at once. Yeah, she's being very observant right now until rubber hits the road. Yeah. And I think that's what she's gonna bring it up and like, look, I'm willing to do X, Y, and Z, but this I'm not willing to give up, because that's the part of who I am. Gotcha. And she's being conservative herself by conserving that tongue. Attitude.
She said some stuff she wanted to say.
Yeah, but she just kind of just looked at him at the pool. She just kept looking at him like, okay, we'll see, husband.
We'll see, because he's like, we just got married. You can't expect me just to say goodbye to all my guy friends on the chance that we are going to stay together on decision day. No. If we do stay together, I'll reanalyze my relationships. Yeah. But I'm not going to throw away my friendship. Years of friendships on the chance that we stay.
That's true. That is true. And I feel like Eric is generalizing. Maybe he was hurt in the past. Maybe, and he's generalizing, because every woman and man that's outside of a relationship necessarily doesn't mean that they're gonna be, cheating or whatever. Right. But it does leave room for, curiousness. You know what I'm saying? Curiosity. Right. But I think he needs to meet her guy friends too. I hope they do that in the coming show. I hope he meets them and gets to know them and make sure that he's comfortable and she's comfortable and she's safe. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, you never know what happens when your wife or your girlfriend is out. Well, they're married. Wife is out with guys, and you don't know what their intentions are. You know what I'm saying?
But like he even said, I agree with him. There is a certain sense of healthy jealousy. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
There is this, if he was like, I don't care. Come on, you can have as many friends as you want, and he didn't put marriage is about some limitations. Like there's no way I could act the same way I acted when I was 21. After I got married.
We will post the post I made one morning. You walked in with the cowboy outfit on.
Oh yeah.
With his shirt that he hasn't worn in about 2 years because he lost weight. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise God. And I was like, where you going? Who at that job? You understand me? I ain't got time for these women trying to touch my husband's booty. I ain't got time. That's what we're talking about. It keeps it fresh.
Healthy sense of, it
keeps it fresh. Keeps it spicy. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
He know I'm playing, but I'm serious at the same time.
Now, one thing he did say that, before we move on, he did say, if you can't handle my job.
Oh, why he keep, and that's another thing. Why he keep bringing that stuff up like that? Well, you gotta.
I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm not gonna waste my time. You can't handle it.
You gotta.
That's what I said. Bro. He's not. He doesn't look like somebody's gonna move around.
But like I said,
stay married.
Like when I started, he stepped out of his conservative bubble. Yeah. He might back in there.
Which he did many times.
Yeah, I'm surprised they still ain't did it, but I'm glad they're holding on.
Yeah, they're holding on.
They
even admitted it. Like, we're gradually getting there.
They cuddling and kissing. That's about it.
Last time we checked on them, I gave them a 6 and Sierra gave a 5. So I think I'm going down to a 5. Now I'm down to a 50-50 chance because I don't know. He's saying a lot of stuff fast without giving her a chance to like respond. But marriage has compromise in it.
It does, but like I told you, she is waiting. She is being a lady. Yeah. And she is waiting to throw the balls. Because when the rubber meets the road, let's see what you're going to do. Because when you go out on a plane, brother, and I need somebody to play with. Yeah. And hang out with, what you going to do? You going to be on the Skype watching me do what I do? I doubt he's not going to do it. No, you can't, bro.
She's not even 30 yet. She's still enjoying her time. So we're stuck in 5 and 5. 50 chance. 5. But next we have... I ain't gonna be honest with y'all. We got Haley and Jacob. I got 3 notes on put on.
Wait. So,
see if you got some insight that I didn't think of, please let me know because I'm curious. Because I was like,
I was looking at other people's like responses while I was watching the show, and everyone was like, "He's so boring. He's so boring."
He ate raw onions, y'all.
And then smirked while he was eating it. That's not
Haley's
cute.
Like...
That's my first day, bruh. And you want me to kiss you? And she actually did kiss him. Anywho.
He is awkward.
He's awkward.
The straw joke on a date. then told him about the most embarrassing time I wore a pink thong. Like...
He's just quirky. He's just quirky and odd.
Which, at the end of the day, Haley could fall in love with that. I'm not saying that is wrong. I'm just saying for us, it's not very entertaining. But for Haley, that could be her man of her dreams.
For me, it was.
If it's entertaining to you.
Let's correct. For me, it was entertaining because he's being... Okay, it's very rare when you can see a man be his true, bold, corny, quirky self.
Yeah.
He is what's the word? Indulged? Is that the word?
I guess so.
He's in love with thyself, okay? He is in love.
Yeah, he is in love with
himself. And he's taking me as I am, and I hope you enjoy the ride. Because
when you don't get that much screen time, even the producers know you are not very interesting. They didn't get that much screen time at all.
Well, they don't got no scandal, and
I'm not saying couples need a scandal.
That's probably why.
But there was like they didn't even like take pictures with the dolphins like Claire and Ryan. Like,
well, they had a different I guess. Day.
What was their thing? They looked at a Shark Tank. That's it.
Oh, he planned that little that dinner. Yeah. That dinner was real nice though.
Yeah, they saw the Goonies or something like that. Was it. I'm not.
Oh, they watched the Goonies together. That's their you can't.
That's their romanticism.
You can't. Well, that's his romanticism. We don't know if that's Haley's.
Yeah, she hasn't really stayed. She don't even get like jump cuts. Like her jump cuts are like 10 seconds. Everyone else gets like full on. Like this is what I thought about that scene. She's just like, that. The straw joke, okay, that was awkward.
I think she's probably waiting until they get back home.
Yeah.
To be around her friends and his wife to really see if they can gel well together. But we'll see. We'll see if they can.
So we last time we checked on them, Haley and Jacob. See how short our recap about them is. I gave a 3, and Sierra gave it 5. So yeah,
I'm gonna stay at a 5.
I'm gonna stay at 3. They haven't done nothing to inspire me that they're gonna stay together. Haley is looking. Haley's like, I'm here to get my free meal and my TV stipend. Tell me when this is over. That's what her face is saying.
I hate you.
Give me my stipend and my free food.
I hate you so much.
I got a honeymoon out of this.
Oh,
we'll see.
Oh, I hate you so much.
We'll see.
All right, and
last but not least,
Bree,
and Anna, and Vincent,
and Vincent. Okay, so they extra cheesy, like extra cute. I don't think. I guess he's never had someone support him. I mean,
that was the main thing that was like, yo, I'm in love with this woman already.
Yeah,
for her to be so supportive so
I don't know.
Early.
I don't know if I don't know. Like I guess well, I'm spoiled. I guess you should say. I have a lot of support around me, but
I'm always there.
But I okay. Let me. How can I say this? I'm happy that they're happy.
Yeah. It's a but?
It's not a but. It's just like.
Wow.
I hope. I
thought you would be gushing.
I'm gushing. I was gushing, but it was like they were laying it on thick though at the dinner. I mean, they was like, have we done all of that at the table? Yes. No, we have not.
Holding hands and stuff. Yeah.
No. The feet. Did y'all see that they played footsies? That was
we played footsie before.
That was cute too. But the conversation.
The main thing.
I really like you.
The main thing we got out of this is that they consummated their marriage.
Oh Lord.
They're the second couple to get it in. They consummated, and it wasn't even Vincent that announced it. Rihanna announced it, unless the producer.
No.
Yeah, she said it in her little side cap.
She said no. She said
we consummated our marriage, and then the next scene, Vincent was like, I'm glad that we grew to that. It wasn't like a rush thing. We grew to it, and then they played footsie. So see, everything they're putting on too thick. Why do you think they're putting it on too thick?
I don't think they put on too thick. Maybe this.
They remind me of Bonnie and Woody.
Maybe this is what it is. No, this is what it is. You got Paige and Chris, who is like the far left, just crash and burn, and they need to give us some hope, right? So they really played out their love and their liking of one another, and I appreciate it. Let me take that back. I appreciate it. I just hope that they have a good foundation, like they said. I'm just hopeful that.
Oh, I kind of see what you're going.
Okay, they don't. Go ahead, because I don't know how to say it, because I don't want to make it sound bad.
So they're the ultimate stereotypical honeymoon couple. That when the real stuff happens,
right?
Now the grandma wasn't there. It'd been different. The grandma was there.
That would have been
very different. Yeah. But the fact that everything is grandma's over there. Here's people saying I'm bossy. Everything is still far away. Right. You start a marriage, you're kind of like this, but then that marriage has to expand.
Right.
You have to start touching other stuff. You got to have other influences in your life.
Yeah.
And then you got to see if God, especially if God's not in the center of it, you're gonna see how that manipulates that marriage. Exactly. So I can kind of see what you're saying. Like they're the stereotypical honeymoon couple. Now the true test is when they're all gonna face that test.
Yeah.
But for Paige and Chris to face it during the honeymoon, not even the honeymoon, the first night, the day after the wedding, like, so I guess it's kind of like you gotta realize reality TV, producers can manipulate so much.
Yeah.
They could cut a scene, chop it up. So like this is that couple that relationship goes, and in reality they're not like that. But I don't think it's like that. Yeah. But
we'll see. We'll
see.
I'm very hopeful for them. I think at this point, what we gave them last time? I gave them a 9. You gave them an 8.
I'll go to a 9.
Oh,
they're getting closer. They're getting closer.
Hey!
You give them a 10?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say.
They almost to.
You gotta get at least to halfway mark before you give 10.
They almost a 10.
The 10 is when they real stuff happen. She actually has to go see grandma. When she actually has to go live in his culture, because the cultures are going to be very.
Cultures are kind of similar from the way they talked about.
We'll see. She's an engineer and he's an entrepreneur. Even in the career mode, they're different.
Wait. this is another thing with Vincent. The thing you brought up, you were saying that what were you saying? You're saying that what he did with the stripper. Remember he was drunk?
Oh, yeah.
And then
that's
you said,
crazy. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I see. And so what made me think about that was like, so I hope you're not laying on thick to ensure that you got some. And then you show your true colors by putting demands, because you also said
guys
that you feel like
guys do change after.
You said you felt like he has this persona, like it's either his way or the highway. But the one thing he did say on this episode that made me rethink about what you said was that he said, this is the type of relationship I want to come home to. I'd rather be with you than be at work. And when he said that, I was like, he might be changing the lease. He might be, he even said, I'm being so lovey-dovey.
Enough to get a regular 9-to-5 job?
Huh?
Enough to get a regular 9-to-5
job? No, I don't think it's about getting a 9-to-5 job. I think it's about prioritizing.
Yeah.
Like, you go to work.
Yeah.
When you come home, it's home. Like, and they're compromising on a lot of things, which is really good to see. But like Will read, what I was trying to say is when they get home, will all that lovey-doveyness still be there? Will they still be able to support one another? And they're both have a very dynamic lifestyle. Dynamic. She's an engineer and he's an entrepreneur. Will they be able to battle? I mean, not battle, but compromise with one another and really.
So true.
He said he'll support her. I really hope he does.
100% honeymoon. Unfortunately, a honeymoon is 100% all talk.
Yeah,
you are in paradise.
Yeah,
having a good time. We kind of got we didn't get to enjoy our honeymoon until a year later, so we got to actually experience the real world before the.
Yeah, we did. We sure did. We sure did.
Most of the time, a honeymoon is 100% all talk. So you can say how good. Like they even with Claire and Ryan. Claire's like, okay, you saying all this good stuff, but what's happening when we actually get? And because one of the dramatic parts with them was the room. He said, I'm used to like my space. But Ryan's like, I could adapt. I'm sorry to go back to them, but that's what that. But also it goes with what I'm saying.
She's like, I don't think he's ready.
That's why I was ready to. Claire could see through that. Like, okay, we're on a honeymoon. You can say all that, but when rubber hits the road, can you actually handle me being in your space? Can you lay on the left side of the bed, and your side is actually the left side? Can you handle me using the restroom while you need to use the restroom? Oh, God, I miss those days. One bathroom apartment.
God upgrade us. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So we'll see. Like I said, we both give them a 9s.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Yeah.
And we kind of already mentioned it. They meet together, all together. Chris gets in his feelings. Now, I'm saying all this, but to a certain extent, Chris does have every right to feel the way he had. We don't know. Kind of seems kind of awkward that but he found out he's about to be a father. But he's also in this social experiment. It's just like, whoa, something dramatic just happened in his life. Even though it's a gift, we gotta still realize, like, he's about to become a father for the first time. And that's a big deal. And he just married a stranger. That's two different things. Now, here's where the problem is, which I don't think is ever going to happen. I feel like as a man, he should quit this experiment. People may not agree with us or me. Well, she's shaking, so agree with us.
That's why we say it in the title.
Yes.
Because I feel like in the state that he's in right now, he's gonna do more damage to Paige and to himself. He didn't cry 2 or 3 times in one episode, and it's like you're damaging 2 people who are good people.
Yeah.
And you're damaging them because of what has happened. And I'm not saying, people would say, well, you're just telling him to check out. You need to check out and get your mind together because you got to prepare for this child.
That's a big deal.
You have a child coming
like
up.
This, right? So, he does not need this experiment right now.
No,
this is the last thing he needs.
And if he feels like, after he's handled his emotional state and mental state with the baby, with his ex-fiance,
call Paige.
Call Paige afterwards. But if not, handle your business. And I feel like, and when they had that conversation about, what comes first, I feel like you have a child. Like you just found out you have a child. you need to go see about that.
Yes.
You know, and if you want to continue a relationship with me, then wholeheartedly you need to come to me. And he kept making Paige come to him. That irked me too. You are the one that messed up, not Paige. Why is she coming to you?
That's not. You can't say he messed up, but you know,
not messed up. He did not plan his.
It wasn't planned.
But
he should
boom,
still.
Boom, bam.
If you're the one bringing Paige, you're basically bringing Paige into the situation. You're bringing Paige, so you should be the supportive person,
exactly,
not the other way around.
And he did say he felt bad, but it didn't seem like he felt bad. He said it like nonchalantly, like as if
sounds like someone wants his mom.
And his mama will love him to death and take care of his baby boy, and he ain't do nothing wrong. Go to your mama, please, and leave Paige alone, so she can go find a king, real king.
If you really love somebody, he can't. You know, they 33. He can't really say he love her, but if you really care about a person, even a stranger, you gotta let that go. Like Paige, I'm not gonna waste your time. There's thousands of guys in the city.
And everyone,
you know,
everyone
that
was
want to be the part of this experiment.
Exactly.
Go to one of them.
And all everybody was like, Paige kept saying, you know, everyone was looking at Paige like,
yeah, that was so awkward.
Baby, run.
Everybody, Clara was like, she must have Stockholm syndrome. Like, why are you still here? That was just so. It's just so sad to see that, because as you watch it and they were together, they're talking about all this. They were being so lovey-dovey, everybody else, and just Paige and Chris was just like the outlier. Like they didn't even belong there.
And once again, they both are Christians, and I really hope that she, in the process of all of this, is praying and seeking God.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, she kept saying, you know, he wouldn't give me more than I can bear. But I hope she doesn't say that haphazardly and stay in something that will harm her eventually. But as we know, nothing really harms you. You just grow from it. And it'll make her stronger. And hopefully, I don't know, we'll have to see. I hope
she really check in with God and be like, yo, like, God, what's up? Am I supposed to be with this guy?
Is this the guy that you said you're going to see me? Because I don't see it.
Yeah.
And she even said it in the interview. She's like, I don't see what they saw.
If you're feeling like God's telling you to move on, it's time to go.
It's time to go. Don't waste his time and don't waste your time. Because that's a lot of that's a lot of trauma.
You're allowed to leave. People left the previous season. It's not like you're on some... they left the marriage in the middle of freaking episode 10. So he could go. We'll see what happens. I was trying to like find hints in the previews and everything.
They didn't.
But yeah, so once again, we got the previews, and you saw them? Do you remember them, Sierra? Our boy Chris got into a little tiff with Eric.
Oh, now you want to get all boastful in your chest. Bro, sit down.
What's good?
Sit down.
What's good?
Sit down.
And then added more drama, even though it's the previews. You know, they had to cut stuff up. We don't know if it's going to be true or not, because they fooled us with some previews last week. But he said that I still love my ex. You know, it could have been like,
and Paige stopped. She froze. She just put her back there. She froze. She was just like, I know. She's like, well, why am I here? I need to go. No. And then Paige said her last boyfriend had a daughter, and almost was a stepmom. Was a stepmom, and so she's like, I don't want to go through that. I want to be the number one person in my husband's life.
Well, it looks like all those lingerie outfits gonna go for a waist.
I cannot. That's so messed up. Paige, give him away, honey.
Paige was ready.
Give him away.
I got a nice little bodysuit. You know.
She is beautiful.
She ain't gonna use that.
She is so beautiful.
Like, you ain't getting none of this.
And then he had the nerve to say in the dirt, well, she's not happy. Everyone's so happy, and she's not happy, and I'm not really happy. Okay, I'm off of him. Y'all, thank y'all for joining us on this recap. Here are the last updates. We'll see y'all on the next recap. Go watch our other videos. Yes. We will be going to another vegan spot. Go check it out. Coming out Saturday. And show love. Hashtag show love.
Always.
Share our stuff. Comment. Like.
Yes, all that good stuff.
And we will see you in the next video. Bye.